Hey guys, it's Lisa. This is my first blog for Dreams Come True in 2008, so I have a lot to cover. I might have to break this up into two blogs, but I want to do an intro first and then get into my first blog. So there's three parts to this blog series. One is in front of the camera, what I look like, and just an acting career. Number two is behind the camera. It's the business of film. It's finishing my documentary, editing, making contacts, going to events, da 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 da. And the third part is called inspiration. It's like the final thought. So to talk about my dreams, I want to define that first so that you understand what it is I'm going for. And then that brings me back to the name of my production company title, Skylife Productions. And I have another video where I talk about where the name came from, but just real quickly, there was a book I read called Sky Dog when I was younger, and it was about this little boy, and he goes to the beach with his mom, and he's really lonely, and you know, he's just alone all day long. So he goes out to the beach, and one day he looks up into the sky and he sees what he looks like a dog out of the clouds. And the next day he goes back out there. Now the dog is still there, and it looks like it's playing with a ball. So every day he goes out there, the dog is doing something different, sitting on the back of a whale or whatever. And the little boy's not lonely anymore, and he's having fun, and he's got his special friend and everything else. So on the day when they're ready to leave, the car's packed and everything, he goes out to say goodbye to his sky dog and looks up into the sky, and there's nothing there, nothing to be found. And he's really sad because he wanted to be able to say goodbye to him. So he turns to go back to the car, and a little white dog comes running up to him on the beach. I am a sucker for corny, cute, tearjerker kind of things like that. The dog runs up to him on the beach and jumps all over him and is wagging his tail. It looks just like the dog in the sky. And he tells his mother, "This is the dog I was playing with in the sky." So she doesn't believe him, of course, and takes him around to all the people in, in the whole area and all the beach homes, and they're all like, "We have never seen that dog ever." So anyways, he gets to keep the dog. See, for me, it had a profound impact on me because it was sort of like a template of, now, there's all these things like The Secret and all that kind of stuff. But when I was younger, I didn't have anybody, telling me anything about that. But that book reached me in that way, and it sort of imprinted on me that what you imagine or what you see in life can be yours and can be real for you. And I think the reason why you see it is because it is meant for you. Like in Total Recall, like he had all these dreams about Mars, and it was like, I don't know if you've seen that, but I'm really into like sci-fi stuff for some weird reason. And, he thought he was just going crazy, and it turns out he had been there before, and that's kind of where his destiny was. That was where his life was meant to be. And so for me, I have a lot of reoccurring dreams. And so what I did was I decided that I was going to live my sky life. I was going to find a way to create that life that I had just, not even by trying, just by when I was younger and I just sort of would have flashes of my future. That to me is my sky life. The type of house I live in, the friends I have, my personality, how I move through the world, what type of impact I have on the world. All those kinds of things were just kind of come to me in snapshots, and I just sort of took it at face value. And then as I've gotten older, I realized, oh, you have to actually like go for it. You have to like make it happen. You have to like do things to make that real. Because I thought I had reached a point where I was like, it hasn't happened. It's not real. It's not meant for me. But it's not going to run up to you on the beach wagging its tail. Duh. You have to go and meet it halfway. You have to kind of like, there's a group on YouTube that's amazing, and I haven't really totally delved into it yet because I've been doing all this other stuff. But Sandy Grayson and Lilu, and there's one other person, I can't remember her name. they have this thing, a website called Co-Creating Your Reality. I'm not sure the exact address, but I'll put it in the description of this video. And that's totally true. You co-create your reality. There's always going to be parts of life that are out of your control. You have no control over. There's nothing you can do about it. Blah, blah, blah. But there's a huge part of our lives that we have absolute control over. And most of us don't even begin to tap into that. And even me talking about all this stuff for all these years, I created a lot of cool things, a lot of cool experiences for myself, like winning that Entertainment Tonight Emmys experience. That was awesome. I won another contest right before that with Yahoo Hot Jobs. It was some stupid pop-up window that popped up, but I ended up spending a week at Star Magazine and just kind of job shadowing entertainment reporter. And another great thing I manifested for myself was I drove John Kerry's wife in the last presidential election in the presidential motorcade to the last debate, which was in Tempe, Arizona. I got, you know, a friend of mine in Arizona works with the, she worked in DC and everything, and so she called me up and asked me if I would want to drive, and I was like, oh my God, it was like the most amazing experience. I've been able to manifest really cool experiences like that in my life because I want to have a life that has really cool things that happen, like amazing things. But I also want more than that. I also want fulfillment, inner love, and peace. And even though I was creating all these really great experiences out there, I've been increasingly less peaceful over the years. And I wanted to have finished the documentary already, you know, and there's just all these things that are like kind of holding me back. And so I decided in 2008, I'm going to take all of those things that are sort of like silently holding me back from experiencing happiness, and I'm going to kind of shine a light on it and face them one by one. And so that's what this video blog series is about. I am shining a light on all my fear and all of my insecurities, which all go back down to fear. There's two roads in life, love or fear. And anger and insecurity and all that stuff, it all goes to the fear road. And everything else goes to the love road. And so I know that there's a lot of fear in my life. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff like, well, do I deserve to be happy? Do I deserve to feel fulfilled? And so I want to confront all that because fear are like a cockroach, okay? They scamper away as soon as you turn the light on. So guess what? I'm turning the light on all my fear with this blog series. I am turning the light on it, and I'm going to reveal myself to you. I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you, I just looked away. I'm like, I'm going to be honest to a degree. No, I will be honest. I will be honest. And that scares me. You know, I'm almost afraid to say that in this blog because I don't want to then not be able to live up to that or something. It's so tiring being me. Let me just begin to tell you. Sky Life Productions. What's your dream?